Welcome back to Anime and Beyond. Today we're going to be doing a Demon Slayer movie review.
Yeah. Y'all didn't expect that.
You didn't see that coming, baby. Now before we get started, if you wanted to know if the movie was worth it or not, the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes says it's over 9,000.
9,000? Over 9,000.
100% with the audience score of a 99%. And we haven't even put ours in, so...
If you think we're lying, we have the Carfax, so,
yeah.
like, I mean...
And was the movie that good? Okay, yes. It was that good.
Short answer is yes.
Short answer
but
is yes.
Do you need...
That's all, folks.
Okay. Man, we just get into it.
But before, I will say this stuff. Before we get into the spoiler part, I will say, when the movie I thought was getting to the end, I was like, you know, it's not as good as I was hoping for.
Right. Yeah.
And then they kind of said, hold your sweet tea that I was drinking.
And then it just exploded like
it
out of nowhere.
Crazy.
Zero to 9,000. 0 to 9,000. Like, I'm telling you, you need to see it for yourself if you really want to know what we're talking about. I mean, think about it. Just think about this. Just think about it. They don't have 100% on the tomato meter, okay? Audience score 99%. When's the last time you've seen that? Go ahead, I'll wait. Thank you. Yeah.
Right, you can't say it.
Yeah.
So before we get going any further, if you're new here, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you like Demon Slayer stuff, if you like, My Hero, Dragon Quest, go ahead and do that. That way you can be notified for our videos and stuff like that. But now, here's a final spoiler warning. We're gonna get into spoilers.
Spoiler warning. It's gonna be everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay.
Kind of like the last fight scene. Yeah. If you saw it, you know what we're talking about.
If you know. First off, we're gonna talk about Rengoku. Okay, first, we're not even gonna talk about the fact that he has Goku in his name. So
hold on. I mean, you already. That was a hint right there.
That's not even. But Rengoku was the most unexpected character I expected to go off the way he did. So there's a scene where he is sitting on the train, and the lights go out, and Rengoku is like, how he always smiles and he's always like cheesing.
Yeah.
Well, he gets serious, and then he just disappears, like in a flame of fire, and he cuts off his demon's head, and he just too quick. So apparently, they get their ticket punched by this, I guess, a butler or something on the bus, and so everybody by getting that punch falls asleep. Well, they're connected to these other people who are trying to kill their soul, like while they're asleep. Well, this guy, I don't even know how, but his soul is about to get slashed, and I don't know how. What was he like? Wakes up.
It's like Rock Lee when he's trained so much he's still fighting in his sleep.
Like he's like sensed him like, I don't know, ultra or anything, whatever. He's like, bam, he just
got him.
Got up and just choked him, and he was like, nope, you ain't about to kill me.
Like the will of him. That was like a huge thing in the whole movie too. Like the will of someone. And I think when they killed the demons, they had already fallen asleep at that point, right?
Right.
Yeah, and so I mean, it was cool to see that happened, but it was kind of disappointing when you found out that they were asleep. It was like, okay, it didn't really happen. But throughout that whole time and throughout the dreams, you got to see everybody inside them, like what their subconscious was like. And now, let me just say this: they did Zenitsu dirty.
They did.
Every dream they did him dirty.
That dude was ugly. That dude was ugly.
But it was funny. It was funny because they all said in the dream at first that they wanted to follow under him. They wanted him to teach them. And then in each dream, it was sad to see Tanjiro's family and how they all wanted him to stay. On like cryometer, I teared up twice.
Yeah,
that was one of them.
That was about 6 right there. Yeah. But no, that was kind of sad because like he really wanted to stay with his family, but he was like, I know this is a dream. I know this is a dream. And this was the craziest thing. In order for him to wake up, he had to kill himself. So there was a part where Tanjiro was fighting the demon, and he kept falling asleep, but then he kept waking himself up because in the dream he was killing himself.
Yeah.
So he was like it was like as if someone was running at you, and then he just faints for like a split second, and then wakes up. That's how fast he was killing himself.
That was honestly super, super impressive because I cannot imagine. I've never killed myself in my dream before. And I know like people say in your dreams like if you die you don't ever die.
Yeah.
If that happens you'll wake up.
Right.
But I could never imagine doing that to myself over and over. And he almost took his own life.
Yeah.
But it was thanks to Inosuke that because of his crazy looking boar head, the demon couldn't track where his eyes were and make him fall asleep. So he stopped him. But I mean, just doing it once would have been a lot. Doing it over and over and over again, and then he even had to do it when the guy gave him a nightmare instead of a dream. The demon was like, okay, here you go, and your whole family's like, you failed your mom. You failed. The dad was saying you failed your whole family, and you let your sister Nezuko get turned into a demon. You should have been the one who died. Yeah. Like that. Oh, you know what? I think I did tear up on that part too. And then he woke up crying again, saying, "My family would never say that. Don't disrespect my family like that." That man, there's a lot of good scenes for Tanjiro.
And for Rengoku, that same thing happened to Rengoku in his dream. His dad didn't approve of him becoming a Hashira, so he went out. And it looked like he was kind of disappointed, but then his brother came and he was like, yo, I want to train. I want to be just like you, all this stuff. He was like, but like, did dad approve of you getting the Hashira position? And he was like, he was straight up honest. He was like, no, he did not approve of it. But he said, don't let that stop you. And then that, he kind of, I don't know, you kind of sense of where he got that fire from within him. It was for his little brother. Like, he wanted to make him proud, and he wanted to make, you know, he just wanted to follow what he thought was right, you know.
Kind of like how their mother was for them.
Yeah.
You saw how supportive the mom was.
Right. Oh yeah, at the end too. Yeah. So, but man, let me just go ahead and get to the real action.
Where the movie took off.
Yeah.
For real.
So the train basically crashes. Everything. Yeah.
They got the demon. They took it out. They had to cut off the head.
Yeah. So, thing is, they got the job done. Another demon comes up. It's one of the top. Like, it's up there. And I'm talking about, have y'all ever seen Genos versus Saitama? If y'all seen that fight, y'all better put your seatbelt on. This one is pretty similar, but more intense. This was, I don't know, it was so fast. Essentially, the demon was saying, like, you're gonna become a demon. Like, I'm gonna make you a demon. And he was like, no, I'm not. So they start fighting, and, like, they're going so fast, Tanjiro and Inosuke, they couldn't even see him. Zenitsu was somewhere else.
You're just seeing lights flash. It looks like someone's got, like a, not a flare, but those little sparklers.
Yeah.
You're just moving around. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like. Like, that's the Goku part right there, man. that's the Goku part of Rin. So, but he was going off, and it was interesting because the guy was the demon had no weapons. Mm-hmm. He just had his fist, but he was throwing hands, and he was fast, and like, I mean,
and he regenerated so quickly.
Rengoku was getting him like multiple times.
Like, he tried to attack Tanjiro at first because he saw the earrings. Was like, oh yeah,
that's
we
him.
need to kill you, yeah. And so he goes over there, and then Rengoku's just like breathes and boom, slices his fist in half. And from there, you just keep seeing Rengoku just kept taking off hands and arms and cutting the skin, but he would just regenerate quickly.
Yeah, and so yeah, he was just going off. He was doing his best he can, and this guy is just wearing him down. He was like, he keeps telling Rengoku, become a demon. He's like, you will be able to fight forever and all this stuff. He was like, you'll never do this. He's like talking about all these perks about doing it, and this guy's like, no, I'm not. Like shut up. And so he's going ham at him, but this guy actually gets a couple good blows, and unfortunately there was one fatal blow that hit him in the stomach.
Ooh, yeah.
Let me back up,
because he had a couple good scenes.
Yeah, so before that, he had a scene where he was really tired. He was tired after that little scrimmage. And
was that when he had a busted eye, broken ribs?
Yeah. And so he thought he was done. He was like, don't die on me now. And the guy just powered up. Rengoku just powered up in a big flame of fire. And then he gets that like little smile back and stuff. Uh-huh. And then he just goes in and he attacks him. And it was like a fire tornado that he made. And like he was cutting.
Yeah, he was blocking the punches.
Yeah, he was. And then he got him in the neck a little bit, and he was slicing it, but somehow he was able to stop it, like to stop the piercing. And then we realized like why he punched him through the chest, basically left a hole. But he was still trying to go as there was like a little tug of war. Mm-hmm. And so they were kind of stuck for a second, and then the demon realized the sun's coming up. And so he was like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah.
And he tried punching his head off. He tried punching Rengoku's head off,
yeah.
But Rengoku caught it. He was able to, and right before this demon had come, he was telling Tanjiro how he needs to focus total concentration on the one part where he had like a blood vessel cut to stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I didn't realize that total concentration could be used in such a pinpoint accuracy way. But then you can tell that that's what's happening in his body. He's holding that fist of that demon in place, and then he caught the other one. So that's a huge concentration while he's trying to cut the head. Like, if anybody's tried the rubbing the stomach, patting the head, and jumping on one foot, like, that's hard enough for me. Like, I can't imagine how he did that. And then, the sun starts coming up.
Yeah, and the thing is, it looks like the sun's gonna get him. Like, it looks like he's gonna get beaten. But he runs away into the woods, like, able to get away. Tanjiro comes in. I thought he came in clutch, honestly. And he throws his sword towards him, and it turns into fire, and it pierces him. And I thought he was going to pin him on a tree when the sun comes up, and then he would be dead. No, he escapes with the sword in his chest. And then, oh my goodness, Tanjiro did not take that well. If y'all want to see emotion, Tanjiro, dude, I'm tearing up now just thinking about it. Bro, Tanjiro did not take that well. He was like, how dare you do that to Rengoku? And then he was like, you coward. He was like, he called him like coward like 8-9 times.
Yeah, and that demon was like, don't you get it? I'm not running from him, I'm running from the sun. And then that's when Tanjiro comes back, and Tanjiro didn't hear this, but he comes back with saying, we always fight at your home for revenge. Yeah. And you can't even fight at ours once. He's like, you lost. Yeah. You're a loser, you coward, blah, blah. I was like, man.
And then he sees, he looks back, he sees Rengoku, he's smiling, but they know that he's about to die. And so everybody's like crying, and because this dude has like had a connection with him like such a small time, and like it was dude, that ending. If y'all criers, I'm just letting y'all know.
It got me.
Y'all better. I'm not a crier. Man. He's not a crier.
I was wiping my tears away. Anime's the only thing that makes me cry, and this one got me good. I was doing like this the whole end of the movie.
Dude, it's a tearjerker at the end. So, but. Long story short, Rengoku dies, and that's pretty much it. They kind of, and Inosuke, he basically encourages him like, hey, like we gotta go, life goes on, and then you see kind of the bird leaving, and the bird's crying.
The bird,
and he's like giving messages to all the other Hashira, and they're, everybody's having this reaction to it. And everybody's like, I'm gonna get that demon, I'm gonna do that and stuff like that. So,
which is crazy because it shows they're not even fighting Muzan yet.
Yeah.
So it goes to show just how strong. One, we saw the lower 12 and how tough they were with season 1. Now you're seeing the upper, and you're like, whoa, like this is another level. I can't even imagine what Muzan's gonna be like.
Right.
And Tanjiro and all of them were like, dude, we're not ready for this. We're not strong enough. Will we ever get there? Rengoku encouraged them, and like you said, Inosuke backed that up. But it does go to show, like, they have a long way to go still.
I mean, Rengoku was sick. Like, and that still wasn't enough. Yeah.
And
think about that.
Even the demon was like, man, your will is incredible.
Yeah.
Because multiple times where it looks like this movie, the problem is they give you so much hope, thinking that he was either going to win or might even win and stay alive.
Right.
And they kept doing that to you, too. And then finally, he got away. But, I mean, outside of the ending, they did give you hope, because one thing I was hoping to learn from this was what is the difference between fire breathing and flame breathing, and because they in season 1 they mentioned how they don't mix those up. They're very careful on that. Yeah. And so Rengoku did give you hope to go back to his family's place and to go look at their papers to see what's in it about that, because that the breathing for Tanjiro takes a lot out of him. He just collapses after that. And another shout out to Zenitsu. He stepped up in this one. Even though he's asleep, he protected Nezuko. Nobody touches his girl. Nobody touches his girl. Yeah.
But hey, other than that was a great movie. I mean, like I said, what's your score?
Score 1 out of 10?
Yeah.
Dude, that's as closest to as 10 as you're gonna get. Yeah. I think.
I say about 12.
Ooh.
12 out of 10. This is probably the best anime video or movie I've ever seen in theaters.
Yeah.
Like better than, like, I'm a Dragon Ball fan. Better than Revival of F, better than Broly, better than what other one it was? There was another one, right?
The actual live action Dragon Ball?
No. That's disrespectful.
Everything's better than that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's all time, like it's up there, man.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite anime movie I've seen in theaters. Yeah, highly recommend the film.
Highly recommend.
If you have to watch it, we watched it in sub. If you have to watch it in dub, I'd still say it's worth it.
Yeah.
If you if you like sub and prefer it over dub, I'd still say it's worth it. I watched both though.
Yeah. So hey, get them tickets, man. Go ahead. It's worth it.
It's not sponsored. This video isn't sponsored by them, but it could be.
It could.
Hey.
I mean.
But it's not.
But it could be.
Oh.
Thank y'all for watching and supporting our channel. Don't forget to check out our other social media accounts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this movie review.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Rumble. And if you like us, you can follow our friends on YouTube as well. You got Jay Frizzle, who watched the movie with us,
Hey.
Clammy, Bloxton for gaming, Rich Aladdin for short films, or Text Wait for sermons, and Thought You Should Know podcasts. They discuss all things mental health. All those links are in our description, and then also on the channel page.
With that said, I'm Devin.
I'm Noah.
And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.